Hey everyone, welcome back on the channel. Today we're taking a quick look at Pepe Unchained. This is a pre-sale that ended 2 days ago on December 10th. So today is December the 12th when I am recording the video, and it has been doing really good. This is one of those cases where we don't really know what's going to happen because a pre-sale that runs by the team, so this wasn't a pre-sale that ran on any launchpad like Pink Sale, etc. They have their own website. People went there, bought in on the pre-sale, and the pre-sale was quite long. It was running at least since middle of the summer. They had audits, all of that jazz, but it's always going to be a gamble. Now on December the 10th, when they launched, I was still a bit doubtful to see what was going to happen because there were no liquidity pools. But right now the token is just skyrocketing. For the past day it 2x'd. It just crushed 6 cents per token, and it doesn't seem to lose any steam whatsoever. If you look at the chart earlier today, it was sort of the biggest dip in the chart. It touched on 5 cents, then it went down to 4, and now it's still going up. It's still early days, I know, but as you can see, for the most part the token just goes up and it seems to be doing quite well. You can see on their Twitter that they have quite a big following, over 81k followers, and for the last couple days they've been just skyrocketing. They even launched their own layer 2, so their own blockchain, which was quite surprising to me to see all of these things going on really rapid. But essentially, will the blockchain pick up? I mean, blockchains do need some activity on chain. So the blockchain here, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. I mean, just the whole fact of a meme coin being a meme coin is enough for some of them to reach billions in market cap. So saying that having a blockchain of their own is going to be a massive thing, not necessarily, because a chain is only as good as the projects in it and how appealing is it for users. I don't know what the plan is with Pepe Unchained, what they are planning to build on chain. If the team has any plans whatsoever, maybe they just want to attract the other people to develop on chain. That could be a thing, but they are a Ethereum layer 2, and as they state here on their tweet, their L2 handled the massive volume effortlessly and is ready to welcome the masses. But if we look at liquidity, most of the liquidity here on the markets, let's check it. So these are centralized exchanges. Bilexi, I never heard about Bilexi. KSEX, neither. I'm not a big user of centralized exchanges. I know tier 1s and tier 2s, but I'm not that much of a heavy user. But when it comes to decentralized exchanges, you see there have quite a few liquidity pools here on Uniswap v3. The biggest one is the PEPU, paired with wrapped Ethereum, that has over $3 million overall. So this is their token on Uniswap. You can see it's already still going up even after 6 cents. It's still climbing up the ranks, so there doesn't seem to be any pressure for people to sell. And you see the TVL here, actually it's at 7 million, the TVL for their main liquidity pair, which is PEPU paired with Ethereum. Then we have a couple of stablecoin pairs, and the TVL there is much smaller. It's not even 5k, but so this APR of 342% is very close to 1% a day. Volume to TVL ratio, you see for the past 3-4 days it has been 10x the TVL, and yesterday it's been 3. If you are yield farming with Pepe Unchained, you probably are getting way over 1% a day, because if you look at the fee tier for the pool, it's 0.3%. So this is probably going to be at the very least 1% a day if you are yield farming and if you are within range, because these, we are talking about concentrated liquidity pools after all. Now it's going to be risky to go in right now to yield farm with it because we are at an all-time high. It might correct, it might drop to 4 cents, 5 cents, I don't know, it's still very early on. But from the readings here on the chart, we can see that anything in between 4 and 5 cents has been, in this short time frame, has been the most traded range. So let's see how this one plays out. If you want to yield farm this and get some nice bonuses while people are trading the pair, it has a lot of activity as we just saw. Do not put your ranges too tight. And that's because of two reasons. I mean, if you put it too tight, you might end up losing money or suffer from impermanent loss. And if you don't have all that much conviction in holding the token, that's probably not going to play out all that well for you. So going with a wider range is good because you'll keep on generating fees without going out of range all that often. And also, the wider it is, the less you will be exposed to impermanent loss. So you could do several things with yield farming. You could set up different strategies, different ranges. You could open several positions instead of just one. You could open one from 4 cents to 5 cents, another from 5 to 6, and from there on see how it goes. But it's going to be always risky because imagine even if you go on and open a position in between 6 cents and 4 cents, and then the token starts going down, people start dumping. We don't know how strong of a community Pepe Unchained has because this is a very recent coin. The markets have been open for a very short amount of time. But worst case scenario, you go on at an all-time high and then the market starts to go down. And let's say you put your range, your down range at the 4 cents mark. If it drops lower than that, what's going to happen is that your position is now fully converted to PEPU, which, depending on what you're looking for, might not be a bad thing. But if it keeps going down, your position now is worth 100% of a token, which is losing value by the day probably. So that's the worst case scenario. And in that situation, either you take the losses and you get out ASAP, or you keep on holding, waiting for a potential price recovery, which can definitely also happen. After all, we're still in a bull market and people do seem to like frog meme coins, right? Best case scenario, in my opinion, it's not necessarily the token going up since you are yield farming. It's going to be sticking within your range. That will generate you fees, and you can get easily 1% a day in fees, both Ethereum and Pepe. If you want to provide liquidity to some of the other pools with a stablecoin, that could also be something interesting. The volume is also very high on those pools, although the APR it's not as high as with the Pepe paired with Ethereum. The fee tier is the same across any of those pools, but yeah, it seems to be doing really well. It's one of those cases that goes to show that we don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. The red flags could be there as they were because the team wasn't doxxed. It was all just promises, but they are delivering and they are delivering the promises quite fast, which doesn't mean that it's a legit opportunity. I mean, it's crypto. If you are completely new to the game and you are just thinking, should I go in or not? Honestly, I would advise you, although this is not financial advice, I would tell you, hey, if you are new to the game, skip the meme coins, go for Bitcoin. The thing is that people think that Bitcoin already did what it had to do. They look at it and they see 100K price or very close to that. And they think, okay, I lost the train. Well, think again, because not long ago, Bitcoin was at 50K. And also, not long ago, it was even below that. And people kept saying the same thing. We missed the train. So think about it. If you want to go risk it into crypto, well, risk it with the big daddy, Bitcoin. That's what I would honestly tell you to do instead of FOMOing into some of these meme coins, which we don't really know what's going to happen. It's a crazy world in crypto. It's a lot of risk, definitely. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you think about Pepe Unchained. Did you buy into the pre-sale? I didn't. I skipped out on this one. I have my own strategy for going into risky pre-sales, and Pepe Unchained was on my let's see how it goes list, but just out of curiosity because I didn't put any money into it. I chose other plays that, well, they haven't played out this well, to be honest. And just goes to show, guys, it's always going to be a gamble. That's what I said just now about Bitcoin for all the people who are new to the game and are just looking for pre-sales and the next big thing. Well, the next big thing is Bitcoin, guys. Don't be fooled by any of these FOMO, all right? But anyways, let me know what you think about Pepe Unchained. Are you holding? Did you buy into the pre-sale? Did you take profits? Are you planning to yield farm on it? Let me know all about it in the comments. I'm going to wrap this one up. Guys, if you took value from the video and if you do enjoy this type of content, I have a ton of useful information on videos on how you can get started with crypto, tutorials, teaching you how to yield farm, all that good stuff. So you know the drill. If you enjoy this type of content, you know what to do. Thank you for watching. Take care. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I'll see you on the next one.